The three networks actually have not been investing a lot in the infrastructure of the telecommunication, and lots of customers are complaining that the network is not good, that the service is not as good as it used to be.
Well, I would say we try to do our best to provide a good quality, because it's obviously the interest of the customer and also our interest. After sometimes the conditions are difficult, because we had to suffer some energy problem, and you know, a mobile operator needs energy for the antenna, and also we have an increase of the traffic, which is quite important, both on voice and data, because the prices are, if we compare to other countries, relatively low. I know for the customer it's never enough low, but I believe that in Egypt people can talk a lot with relatively, I would say, contained expenses. So obviously this is loading our network. In terms of investment, roughly we are investing £2 billion per year, which is quite significant. So I believe that we do our best to have a good network.
What is your position from the unified license?
Well, in fact, the unified license has different components. There is a mobile component, fixed component, and an infrastructure company. For me, the best of the unified license is to have an alternative to Telecom Egypt to put fiber in the ground, because today we need more fiber than we are using. So for me, there are very good things in the unified license, and there are things that are not as we wanted.
You are listed in the stock market, but only with 1%, I guess, of your shares. Now, according to the new rules of the stock market, you need to reform that and increase that percentage. What are you going to do? Or otherwise, you're going to be delisted?
I think the 1% is a very temporary situation. Before, we had more than 1%, because the share of OT could be traded on the stock market. So we were respecting this 5%. Now we are, it's true, we will be at 1%, and we are discussing with the shareholder Orange to go above this 1%, because I believe we need more, I would say, Egyptian shareholder in Mobinil.
So when do you plan to do that?
Well, it's something that I'm discussing with Orange, and I have a meeting next week to discuss about that. I hope that we will have a decision before, I would say, end of June, and after we will see when we implement, because it will depend on the situation of the economy. It will depend on I would say we need also to have a vision on the regulatory side, because it's important when you present a project for potential shareholders to have a business plan which is backed by, I would say, a visibility on the next 3 years, and this is something that today we are not fully secure.
You're not. Does this mean that you don't have a vision for the coming few years?
No, we have a vision, but we do not know what will be exactly the terms of the universal license. But it seems that the project will be re-evaluated. So we really need to have a stable regulatory framework for the next 3, 4, 5 years, and then after we can build a business plan and a strategy. For example, I have to decide if I go on the fix or not. I have to decide if we take the international gateway or not. So there are things that today are still under evaluation. And also what I believe is that the new minister, if I understood well, while to reassess the terms of the universal licenses. So this will have an impact on the business.